Hi, welcome back to Lauralign. Join me for my personal yoga practice. Get cozy and meet me on your mat. What's up? Welcome back to my personal yoga practice. As previously stated, today is going to be kind of a freestyle, so I don't really know what my body wants, which I guess is a good thing. So we'll find out. We'll start off on our backs after getting cozy, going through the drill. Make sure to drink your water. I'm back on my gallon bullshit, so let's see. I'm a little bit behind, but I can finish this by the end of today, no problem. So just get settled in, take your time. Today we are going to focus on a mantra. So I'm going to go ahead and just introduce it right here, right now, while we are getting settled in. The mantra for today, and I've said it a few times on the channel, but I don't believe we've used it as a mantra yet. The mantra is, I am not a machine. So get cozy, get settled, think about what that means to you, perhaps. Haiku. We are just gonna start off on our back. Take a few deep breaths when you get there. Try your best to shake off the day thus far. So, my mantras are never really random. They all pretty much go together in some sort of way. So, thinking about this one, I am not a machine, it might seem a little random, but we all tend to rush around and we all tend to rush from place to place. So, thinking about just taking your time, doing your best, and trying not to upset your body are things that can stem from this mantra of I am not a machine. So you can repeat it to yourself throughout the day, write it down a few times. Throughout this practice, I will say it out loud a few times. You can also repeat it at those times if you wish. So just loving your body enough to know when is enough. When is it enough? When have you had enough rushing around, enough hurting yourself, enough saying yes? Just say no sometimes. We can't do it all, and we especially can't pour from an empty cup. So with that in mind, take your time, hug your knees up to your chest. You can kind of play with the pelvis here, see what happens when you tilt it one way and then another, see how it might affect your back, your hips. Play with touching the toes, touching the nose to the knees by lifting up the head and the shoulders. Using your breath and your core to do so. And from here, making your way to all fours / child's pose. You know how we do here. Do whatever feels good for you in the moment. Not so much caring what it looks like, but definitely tuning in to what it feels like. I should really just include hero's pose in this little dance because I end up going really between hero's pose, child's pose, and all fours / cat-cow. Remember, you can always adjust yourself when you need to. I'm here putting my hair up, rolling my sleeves up, adjusting my clothes. Gotta make sure you feel good if you're trying to do some healing yoga. So feel good in what you are presenting. You can always make yourself more comfortable anyway by adjusting. I've got my forehead right now on my Anjali Mudra hands, my Namaste hands, and kind of doing a modified child's pose, but really liking the way that this feels in my hips and my shoulders. Adding a bit of a rock up and down or side to side. Whatever feels good. Now, I do want to spend a little bit of time here on balancing table. I noticed that in one of my recent videos where I worked on balancing table, I believe it was the last one that I did balancing table in, but don't quote me on that. Looking at the video, it seemed like my alignment was off. So, like I say, don't worry about what it looks like, but what it feels like. However, in balancing poses, that's a different story. And I highly encourage a mirror or recording yourself and just watching the video back, whether it's on your phone or whatever. Because it might feel like you're balanced, but you might be leaning towards one side. So like you really never know. So we'll see where we're at today with this balancing table. With that being said, so find your foundation. Front body up to meet the back body, so trying to have kind of a flat back here. You can face your gaze to the mat to allow your neck to kind of remain straight as well. And as you're ready, left foot comes up, pressing into that right foot and your palms. I'm not far enough up on my mat. Working in small spaces. Find my foundation again. Yep, you might stay there, or you might be able to extend that right arm. I think that's out of my grasp, this practice. And letting go of that. Switching sides whenever you're ready. Make sure to take a second, shake it off, especially if your wrists are going through some stuff right now. Like literally shake it off. Do some circles if you need to. Do a little behind the, grasp your hands behind your bum in hero's pose. Open up those shoulders a little bit and the chest. Back to your foundation. Pressing into the top of the left foot. Slowly lift up the right. Extend that leg out, toes pointing to the ground and foot flexed. I really don't feel like I've got that side either. So this is why I keep revisiting this pose. My shoulders are going through a lot right now, so if you're not there either, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a place to go from, a place to grow from, and a place to start. All of the above. Find your breath again. If you're in your balancing table, extend your exhale. Focus on that drishti or focal point out in front that can really aid with balance. Or maybe you're here with me in child's pose. Hands clasped behind your back. Remembering that I am not a machine. And just because it doesn't seem like you're doing that much, quote, that much, doesn't mean that it's not doing wonders for you. So coming back up as you're ready. And let's do a good old plank here. Let's revisit this plank. And when you've had enough plank, go ahead and go up into down dog. So just remembering your alignment here. Breathe. You can always do it modified on your elbows. Keep your knees down. Smiling can actually help. Although you look crazy. Down dog. Never felt so good. Nice. All right, from down dog, go ahead and step it up. Actually, let's go ahead and lift left leg up just slightly. It doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, go crazy if you want, but just try to make sure you're not stacking your hips for this. Keep your hips nice and square. And when you're ready, step lefty up and go into low lunge here. Fingertips touch the ground. Enjoying such a nice stretch in that right inner thigh. I'm actually going back to plank and down dog, and we're going to do another lunge on the other side. Remembering all the while to focus on the breath. I am not a machine. I need this air I breathe. It gives me energy. Right foot comes up when you're ready. Step it up. Low lunge on the other side, fingertips touch the ground, bend that right knee. This time, back left foot comes up to meet the front right foot, and you can forward fold it over. Oh, man. I'm absolutely loving where this is taking me today. Getting a stretch in my thighs was the best idea ever. Coming down here now, whenever you've had enough of your forward fold, can come to a nice seat. I try not to push it in poses like that, especially when I can tell that I'm not as focused on my breath as I should be, but it is definitely kind of hard talking and doing yoga at the same time, so there's that. Got to build up that endurance. Taking a few lovely breaths from the seat of your choice. I am not a machine. I am a human being. Or being, if you're not up on the memes. You can reach forward and touch your toes if you're in staff pose like I am. Take the biggest breath you've taken all day. Let it out loud. Sigh a little bit if you need to. An audible breath can help. If you're not already in staff pose, please meet me here, bend your knees, because we're going to take it into boat pose for a minute. You can go ahead and grab a block and put it right between your thighs. As you're ready, go ahead and lean back and lift the feet. Now remember, you can always do this one with heels pressed into the ground and just lean back. You can always grab onto your thighs, or you can lift the legs shown parallel to the mat. Either way, make sure your back is straight, neck extended. You can even lean back and tilt your chin up, pointing your toes, pressing into that block between the legs, letting that aid you in balancing all of this, but also, of course, using your core and the breath. Let go of it whenever you like. I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer. Meet me on your back. You can keep that block between your legs if it feels nice. Kick those feet up. Actually, we will be taking the block out because happy baby. So legs up, flex those feet, toes towards the face as much as you can. And you can either grab the outer edge of the feet or the inner edge, inner arch, whichever works best for you. Bend the knees as generously as you like. Breathe deeply. Enjoy the sensations. Thighs as parallel to the mat as they can be. You can always play with this little action here of touching your toes together, kind of like a cobbler feet, cobbler legs. Even intertwine your fingers together here. Find some balance here. So play with it. Whatever feels good for you. It doesn't have to look like any sort of yoga pose that you know of. Getting such a nice thigh opener here, hip opener. And whenever you're ready, letting that go. We can take it into a full body stretch with some twisting of your choice. So I always like to do this: stretch one leg out, bend the other knee, and kind of twist over organically. Make sure your shoulders are both touching the mat. And if you're gonna move your head, make sure you move it the opposite way of your knees. So since my knee is to the left, I can move my head to the right, resting on my right ear. Pulsing in and out. Or finding a place of stillness, whatever suits you today. Switching sides as you're ready. Right leg comes out long. Oh, full body stretch. Left knee bent over to the right side of the mat. And head comes to the left if you like. When you've had enough wonderful twisting, find your Shavasana. So you can leave your knees bent like I like to do, which will shorten your diaphragm and make it easier to breathe. Or you can have your legs out long. And with the exception of Shavasana, we have reached the end of today's practice. I invite you to join me in resting for just a little bit longer in this Shavasana corpse pose. And letting everything melt into the mat, just relaxing everything. Relax the skin of the face, the forehead, the eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the muscles in your neck. Give thanks to yourself for taking the time. Not only taking the time for yourself, but taking the time for yourself with me and putting your trust in me. I'm going to thank you for you putting your trust in me. As you are not, I am not a machine either. Make sure to take care of yourself. Our bodies really do a lot for us. So do your best to take care of it and know when enough is enough and know when you need to rest. Enjoy the rest of this practice and just these couple more minutes of Shavasana in silence with me. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Love and light, my friends. See ya.